Hey everyone, Lovely Moon Bunny here, and we are back for another AniMochi! Today I am going to be doing another first impressions for you guys, and it's going to be over Sword Art Online Alternative Gale Online. So I was really hoping that I would have something that I could maybe open for you guys also along with this first impression, but there really isn't anything out yet. There is a figure coming out in December, so I'm really thinking about getting that. I think it's really cute. It's of the main character Lynn, so maybe we will open that in December when it comes out, but for now we will just talk about the show. It is pretty new, and I also went to Anime Pasadena this weekend, so I was hoping maybe I could find some art or something from this show also. I just couldn't find anything, guys. I was really disappointed. But Anime Pasadena, side note, was a lot of fun. It was actually the first anime convention I have ever gone to. I don't know how that's happened, how I haven't been to one. I am super excited to talk about this show, guys. I feel like I have a really different opinion than some of the thoughts that I've read about this show. I personally think it's really good. I like it a lot. So basically, I watched the first 4 episodes and I was having a hard time not watching it after that. I didn't want to watch all of the episodes before I did this video. I did watch it subbed. I don't think it's out dubbed yet. I could be wrong on that, but I only saw it subbed and I really liked the voice acting. I think it's really good. So I really enjoyed watching it subtitled, and I had time to actually sit and really be able to read and make sure I didn't miss anything, because that's my only thing with subtitles is I'm a slow reader. I really am, and sometimes I just get lost with subtitles. But it was really good, and I was able to just sit down and watch this show and really get into it, and like I said, I didn't want to stop. In the first episode, it really throws you into the game and the action. We don't really learn a whole lot about who the character is or who the person is in the real world. We're just thrown into Gale Online. And I actually really liked that. There's a really quick little synopsis of the SAO universe, because this show is a spin-off from the original Sword Art Online. Just, I guess, in case you aren't aware of that world or that universe, none of the original characters are in it, so if you're hoping to see those characters, unfortunately you're not going to see, as far as I can tell, you're not going to be seeing those characters in this show. And then it just throws you right into the game and you meet the main character, Lynn. And I am so excited that this show has a female lead character that's in a first-person shooter, basically, like in a shooting VR game. I think that's so cool. I was super excited when I saw the art for this show to begin with, and the fact that, if you haven't seen it, she is this little girl in all pink, and I just think that is really cool that we have a character like this in this type of game. So that was the one thing that I think really drew me to wanting to watch this series, not only because I do really like the Sword Art Online universe, and I did really like the original anime, including Gale Online. I know not everyone loved the Gale Online part of the Sword Art Online anime, but I enjoyed it. So when I saw this coming out and I saw the art for it, and I saw that it was going to be a girl as the lead, I thought, I really want to see this. I want to see what this is going to be about. Will say that the one thing I was a little worried about, which is something that happens with Sword Art Online, is that Kirito, he gets into the game and he always is really good right off the bat. He's just really good at the game, and I don't feel like that happens very often in real life. Usually it takes you a little bit to learn the controls and to get good at the game, and it takes work. It takes work to really get really good at a game. I always felt like he just would go into the game and just be like freaking awesome right off the bat. He knew how to do everything, and he was just like the top player like right away, and I just don't feel like that's very realistic. So I was a little worried about that, and in this first episode, in the beginning, she's a little weary, and you're kind of like, okay, maybe she's a newbie. She's like kind of not sure about being in this like battle, but then by the end of the episode you find out that she is pretty good at the game. And so I was kind of nervous, like why is she so nervous in the beginning of the episode, but then by the end of the episode, you find out that she's actually pretty good, like really good. So that worried me a little bit, but then by the second episode, it really goes into more character development, and you start to learn more about her and that she did actually have to work to become good at this game. At first, she was really nervous. She didn't know how to play the game at all. She had never played a game with guns before, and this was like her first experience. And so it kind of goes into that, and you get to learn more about the character in real life also, and why she started playing the game, and I think that's really cool. And so it kind of answers those questions that I had with the first episode, which was, why does she seem so nervous in the beginning, but then she's really good? So it answers those questions. So it's kind of cool because it kind of starts you off with the game, and then it kind of explains how she got to that point in the first episode within the next couple episodes. So I thought that was really interesting. I will say I really love the animation in this, guys. I think it's really great. I already said I loved the voice acting and the Japanese cast a lot. The action is really good. I really like the action. I know I've seen some people say that it's not super realistic to shooting games, and that sometimes she's really accurate at shooting and sometimes she's not. And I do see that also, but I think that they did a pretty decent job. I liked the strategy side of it, and for me, I think that I really, by like the fourth episode, felt like I was watching someone play this game, because I am not super big on first-person shooter games. I'm not that great at them, and the only one I really play is Overwatch. Yeah, I mean, I think they did pretty decent. I really love watching other people play first-person shooter games. I think it's a lot of fun to watch other people play those games, so it did make me feel like I was watching someone play this game, and that's something that I really, really liked from it. As far as the character development of the main character, I also really like her story. She has insecurities in the real world, and that's part of the reason why she decides to play these games. There's also another synopsis that you kind of get of the SAO universe through another episode where she's kind of watching the news, and it's one of the episodes where we're getting a little bit more character development on her in the real world. She learns about VR, and she hears about what happened with Sword Art Online and people getting stuck in the game, and being rightfully freaked out by that. And then now there's all these new VR MMO games that people are playing, and so it piques her interest and she decides she wants to play. And she does that because she is kind of trying to escape the real world a little bit. I find that really relatable, because I think that that's very true, that a lot of people will play games as a way to kind of escape or get away from a bad day at school or work, and just trying to get away from the stresses of everyday life. And that's why a lot of people like to play games. And so for me, I thought that was a really cool storyline to have, that she has these insecurities in the real world, and it's the reason she is interested in the VR world and interested in trying it out. And she doesn't even know what game she wants to play, but she finds Gale because she really loves the character she gets when she goes into that world. And it's cool to see that you have a character who's in like all pink like this in a game like Gale. They do talk about that. I thought that was something that I thought of. I was like, how is this character in all pink going to be in this game and not get like spotted right away? And they do talk about that. She does end up wearing things that kind of like cover her when she needs to, and she's in certain landscapes and stuff where she would stand out. So I was glad that that was covered, and it wasn't just like, oh, she's in all pink, it's no big deal, because that would make you stand out. But yeah, I thought it was really, I just think it's really relatable. So I really like the main character's story. I really hope that we get to see her gain more confidence in the real world, and we get to learn more about her and some of the other characters in the real world also. I'm really glad so far that we have not seen any of the other characters in the show. I think it's really cool to see a fresh look on this Sword Art Online universe, but with totally different characters, and that it hasn't brought them in at all. It's just the same universe. So I thought that was really cool. because I really, really like this universe. I would love to be in this universe and be able to have all these VR MMO games that you can play and just be in like this. It's so cool. So I was really excited that they were doing a whole new look at this universe, and that they haven't crossed paths, it hasn't crossed over. It is just about this new character, and we get to learn about her. So far, she has met a few friends in the first few episodes that I have seen, and there seems to be some mystery around one of the girls she meets. I'm really interested to see where that goes. One of the characters does mention the whole like dying in the game, dying in real life thing. So I don't know if that's going to be a part of the series later on. It does seem to be a reoccurring theme in the Sword Art Online universe. I don't know exactly if that's going to work its way into this series also, but we'll see how that goes. I really am interested to learn more about some of the friends that she's making in the game, because right now they're kind of mysterious. We really haven't gotten to learn a lot about them. So overall, I really like this show, guys. I am really into it. I really want to keep watching and finish out the series. Right now, I'm going to give it 4 mochis out of 5. I really love it. I am invested in the characters. I want to learn more. I want to find out what is going to happen with her playing this game. I love the action in it, I love the characters in it, and I'm really excited to see more and to find out what is going to happen on Lynn's journey through this Gale online game. So yeah, let me know if you guys are watching this show, if you like it, how do you feel about it? Did you like the original Sword Art Online anime? And do you like this new show in the same universe? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I definitely am going to be watching more of it, and I'm going to keep watching, and hopefully I'll be able to do a full review for you guys when the series is complete and see if our opinions are the same or if they've changed a little bit. But yeah, I am so excited to continue this show. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you're notified for our videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!